UFC 309, the Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic fight is one of the most anticipated matchups in heavyweight UFC history. This fight is pitting two legends against each other. I am so excited about it. And we're going to talk about it. Let's go. Let's talk about the GOAT, Jon Jones. After conquering the 205 division, he stepped up to the heavyweight division to fight Cyril Gane and closed him out in the first round. It was an awesome fight. Then, during a routine training session after that, boom, a huge shoulder injury that put him out. It was a very severe shoulder injury. And the one and only person that can survive that is Jon Jones, and he conquered it. And he's back fighting Stipe. Let's talk about Stipe. He's defended the heavyweight title more than any man in UFC history. He has knocked out heavyweight champions like Daniel Comier, Fabricio Verdum, Junior Dos Santos, and Andre Arlovski. So some huge heavyweights. And now he's going to face the baddest man on the planet. And his goal is to take the belt away from Jon in Stipe fashion, fast and furious. Now listen, to be honest, I feel like Stipe has been overlooked. No one really gives him the credit he deserves. I would not be surprised if Stipe actually wins this fight.
And I'm telling you right now, everyone's overlooking Stipe Miocic, and these people are absolutely out of their minds.
So, I want to talk about maybe some of the keys to the victory for both of them. First, let's cover Jon Jones. You know Jon has a great reach. So he has a significant reach difference, which has always worked really well for him to control the range and keep his opponents at a distance. And of course, Jon is one of the best wrestlers in MMA history, and his grappling ability can give him an edge, especially with Stipe. Now, for this fight, he is training with the very best jiu-jitsu coach in the world, Gordon Ryan. So, if Jones can successfully take Stipe down, he could work ground control and look for submission, which is interesting. You rarely see Jon Jones on the ground doing submissions. So he may take him down to the ground and do a ground and pound or even submit him. Wouldn't that be interesting? The really cool thing about Jon Jones, I think, is his unorthodox moves. Jon is known for his creativity, like those spinning elbows, unorthodox kicks, and unpredictable combinations. Well, this could be really useful in keeping Stipe on his toes and preventing Stipe from, getting into the rhythm of the fight. So he's going to be using those, of course. And, of course, his clinches are deadly. I mean, when you get in Jon Jones' clinches, it's almost over. I mean, he can control his opponent, and he can use his knees, his elbows, shoulder strikes. And Stipe, who's physically strong, but perhaps a little less versatile in the clinch, Jones may have a little bit of an advantage there. My final thought on Jon. This is his second fight in a heavyweight division. Yes, he beat Cyril Gane, but he beat him in the first round. He's never gone 5 rounds in the heavyweight division, so the additional weight that he's put on may be an issue. I'm just saying, this is just conjecture here. He may tire as the rounds go on, so I guess we'll see, won't we? Now let's talk about Stipe Miocic. What is he going to do? He's one of the best boxers in heavyweight division. He has a 75% knockout rate. His punches are freaking brutal. His combinations, his timing, and power are his big assets. So to win, I think he's going to need to close the distance very carefully with Jon and look for openings to use those powerful punches. If Stipe can get inside Jones's range, he has the power to turn that tide. So let's see what he does there. Let's talk about Stipe's wrestling. He's an accomplished wrestler himself, which could be essential in defending Jones' takedown attempts. Stipe is super strong, so if Stipe can avoid being taken down or hold his own in the grappling exchange, he'll have an opportunity to keep the fight on the feet, where I think he's most dangerous. So I think that's really key. Stipe's experience as a natural heavyweight means he's used to taking shots, really powerful shots like Daniel Comier, and Francis Nanganou. Oh my gosh. Jones, on the other hand, he's still relatively new in the heavyweight division. So here's my final thoughts on all of it. John will likely focus on controlling the range and mixing up his attacks to keep Stipe from finding openings. And Stipe, on the other hand, has a clear path to victory if he brings his boxing into play, keeps the pressure on, gets close enough to really get some good punches in and strikes, and prevent John from taking him to the ground. Keep it on the feet. I think if it's a stand-up game, Stipe has a shot. I really do. I think both fighters have extensive fighter IQ, and the range of skills are unmatchable. This makes it a fascinating matchup, so I cannot wait to see how this goes. Ultimately, the winner will likely be one who best implements their game plan in quick fashion. I do not see this going 5 rounds, but you never know. It may go the distance. And that is what makes MMA fighting the best sport on the planet. Okay, so I have to do a prediction. I always do. But this is probably one of the toughest predictions I've ever had to make. I am going to predict if Stipe can keep it a stand-up fight, I give the win to Stipe. I know that's surprising, but I think Jon Jones, this is only his second heavyweight fight. And Stipe has all the experience in the world doing this. So I'm going to give it to Stipe. Odds are, if I win, I'm going to win big, right? So that's my prediction. Stipe for the win. I want to hear what you have to say about this. Leave your comments below. I want to hear all about it and why. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and definitely subscribe. I love it when you do that. And hit the notification button so you're going to get all the videos I launch in the future. Thanks so much for watching. I totally enjoyed this. MMA Hot Lips out.